Hello everyone and welcome to another custom figure showcase and a new mini occasional spin-off series, The Boys From The Dwarf. Of course, in this series I will be making some Red Dwarf custom figures, namely Rimmer, Crichton, Lister and Cat. But just before we get into doing the first video, I would just like to give you all a quick update on my The Sixth Doctors series, as I know some people are probably going to ask about it. Originally I had planned this series for events that were going to happen in Sweden, but now I'm not in Sweden, those events are now not happening. But similar events are now happening in the UK, but I don't know when those events are going to happen, therefore I don't know when The Sixth Doctors is going to be coming out. I really hope that made sense. In short, The Sixth Doctors is still coming, but unfortunately right now I cannot give you an exact date of when it's going to be up, but it is still coming. And so with that over, now let's get on to today's custom figure showcase video. It's Boys From The Dwarf, and at a rare occasion I'm going to salute you at the start, because today's custom figure is going to be Second Technician Arnold J. Rimmer. So here is my Arnold Rimmer figure. So, overall, it is a Delgado Master body with a James Lester primeval head, and that's basically it. So, what I did for the body was just make some very, very simple changes to it. I'll try and get it as close to camera as I can. Basically, I trimmed off the pockets and paint's a little bit wet there. I trimmed off the pockets and trimmed off the center line. Trimmed a little cutout for the collar, and then for the main part of the tunic I've literally just put a piece of paper over the top to give it the sort of front tunic look. The badge is literally just sculpted on with Milliput. Again, it's not perfect, but it does the job. And the H is sculpted on with Milliput as well. And then I've just basically overall sprayed the body blue, painted up the badge, and painted up the H silver. Now, I'm sure some people are going to go, this is Series 10, he doesn't have a silver H. I know, but the reason I went for the silver H is because alongside the silver of the badge, I think the silver H stands out a bit more. I really like the kind of Arial font metallic blue of the later series H's. They do really look great, but to do that kind of Arial font style H would have taken a lot of sculpting. It would have been very, very intricate, and so it was easier to do the classic style H. And if I was doing the classic style H, I wanted it to be silver. And in a way, the reason that I wanted to do it like that as well is because I've had to use the James Lester primeval head, so obviously it's a lot younger than Chris Barry looks in Series 12, but in a way I thought, well, I'm going to have a younger head, so I might as well have a younger H to match. And I suppose what you could say is that this is an alternate Series 1 and 2 younger Rimmer if he'd been a hard light hologram from the start, if that's how you want to view it. I'm happy to say that it's an inaccurate version of him in Series 12, but I'm really pleased with it because it's for a while I've wanted to not I want to make it clear, I don't want to stop making Doctor Who customs, but there are lots of other things that I would like to make that are non-Doctor Who. So this is sort of the first step in doing things outside of Doctor Who customs, and definitely Red Dwarf figures, the Boys From The Dwarf, is definitely one that's going to be well worth doing. I really want to do all of them. Well, I say all of it is just going to be the Boys From The Dwarf. I don't have any plans. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I don't have any plans to make a Kachansky figure. And I'm sure some people are going to say that I could do a Holly figure with making like a little TV set and then putting a head inside it. And I could, but I really don't have any plans to do that because it just wouldn't look right. I don't think it would look right. So of the figures, I am just going to do Rimmer, obviously, and then Cat, Lister and Crichton. Crichton is the one that I am simultaneously most looking forward to and most dreading, because Crichton is going to be a complete sculpt. And I mean literally a complete sculpt. I'm going to have to sculpt his entire body and head, and that is going to be incredibly time consuming and probably quite difficult. It's most likely not going to come out looking as good as I would hope, but that is one that I am looking forward to. But that is probably, Crichton is probably going to be the last in this series of videos. Rimmer was the easiest, so I thought I'd start with him, and Crichton is going to be the most difficult, so I'm going to leave him until last. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Cat or Lister yet. I think I'm probably, if I do anyone, I think I'm going to do Cat. And I think for Cat, because he's got so many varied outfits, I'm either going to come up with a custom outfit of my own idea, or if I have the patience to do it, I'm going to try and do his zebra coat outfit from Series 4, from the famous high five scene. We'll see. But basically, the Boys from the Dwarf is going to be an occasional series. That this isn't going to be, you know, a series that I'm going to do one after the other as I have done with my other sort of spin-off series. This is literally just going to be something that I sit down on afternoon and I think I'd like to make a figure. So why not make one of the Boys from the Dwarf? Here is the first one. This is Rimmer. Next up, we're probably going to have Cat, as I said, so stay tuned. But that is my first in the Boys from the Dwarf custom figure showcase series. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favourite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot, and be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. There is an exclusive webcomic and rewards for people who support it, and the funding generated by my Patreon helps me fund future videos. And I'm going to try and get this on camera, salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.
He's Arnold, Arnold, Arnold Rimmer. Without him life would be much grimmer. He's handsome, trim, and no one slimmer. He will never need a Zimmer.